Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm, and this is episode 77 of my single-player Tiveden world. Hope you guys are going awesomely well. So we're over here by our witch farm today. This is our witch farm just over here. It's been a while since I've been over here, and I noticed that it was thundering, so I thought, hey, let's come out and look for some of those skeleton horses. So that's what we'll come out here to do. So let's climb up, see if we can see any here. Let's get on the roof maybe. Skeleton horses. Now, I thought this would be a good place to find them because, ooh, that's definitely one over there. Oh, another one over there. I thought these would be rare, but looks like they aren't that rare. Yeah, so I came over here because this is where I cleared out a whole lot of the caves. So the mob count here is very low, mainly to get the witches spawning over in this hut. Never fully turned it into a proper witch farm. I kind of like how it is. You just get some witches spawning in this hut thing over there. And I just go over there and fight them hand by hand. A bit of hand combat every now and then, just for a bit of fun. But yeah, I came over here to see if we could get some of these horses, and looks like we've got a couple here. I'm not sure if they despawn now. I know they originally weren't despawning when the game came out, but I've heard many people having their maps full of these horses. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I've brought over a few of my supplies to hopefully try and get a few of these guys tamed. So this will be my first time fighting one of these in survival, so let's give it a go. Now, I did bring over a... No, I didn't. Don't have a boat on me, but that's alright. Pretty sure just running like this with depth stride is just as fast as being in a boat. Now, let's go for this one over here first, perhaps. Now, they are pretty close together, so I have to be a little bit careful here. Now, I do have a bow. And how far do you have to be? I think you've got to be pretty close. You're going to explode on me. There we go. Oh, jeez. Are you going to fight each other or not? I think he's already off the horse. Now, I do have thorns on my armor, on some of my armor, so that might make some of these guys angry. It's pretty cool how you can see the arrow come right at you. Come on. I'm trying to not hit the horse. I think they're fighting each other now. There we go. So I thought they would. See if I can get some of these guys. Not sure how strong they really are. They've probably got some kind of protection on their helmets. And I think I haven't hit any horses. Not sure. But then I only see 2 horses here. Not sure how many were there at the start. This guy's not going to die, is he? Alright, so we've got these 2 horses now. They aren't tamed. But that's not too bad. Should be able to work around that. If I can pick up my arrow. Is that my arrow? It's not my arrow. It's interesting. Oh, I've probably got infinity on this bow, do I? I do indeed. Okay. So let's see if we can get some of these tamed, shall we? Now. This is going to be weird in the water, though. So what I think we'll do, I did bring over some leads. So let's try and get these guys. I'm pretty sure I can lead them. Ooh, that's going to be hard to deal with. I can't lead them, really? I want to be able to lead them somehow without getting on them. Come on, let me lead you. You're only in one block deep here, so I could probably get on you. In fact, let's give this guy... I'm pretty sure you can just tame them like any other normal horse. Whoa, he's got full of hearts on this guy. He tamed? Are you happy? I think he is. Alright, let's see if we can take this guy back. Certainly not a jumper, but then hard to tell in the water. So let's just take them back, and I think I'll just tame them up and keep them over here by a little shack thing here for the time being, and then we'll figure out which ones we could use. I thought we could use these skeleton horses for major transport in the Nether. Thought that could be pretty interesting. Now, we've got one other skeleton horse over there. I actually wonder if we'll get any more while we're trying to tame these guys. It is still raining. This guy might already be tamed. Maybe you don't have to tame them. I don't know. As much as I should know this game, I don't really know this game. So let's see if we can just push him along a little bit. We have to get over to the 1 block shallows over here so we can ride this guy over. I'm a bit disappointed you can't just hook up a leash to these guys and just drag them along. That was my plans, my master plans, but that's alright. He gets to 2 blocks deep there, so I have to be careful. I'm just going to put them up on here and then we'll deal with them later. Come on, up you get. There we go. 2 of these guys. Awesome. Oh, there's another horse over there. See, they're not very rare at all. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. That's the edge of the world just over there. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to get spawning. Got a few here, but I don't want to kill the horse. I'll kill both horses. Oh, there's a horse in the water there I can see. Alright. Got one. And this guy is still riding a horse. Which I'll probably just... No, I just knocked him off the horse. Alright. One. Alright. I think we're good. We've got 3. Not too bad. Now let's see if these guys are tamed straight away. Looks like they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do with him... Can I ride straight over there? I might put him over here on this little island perhaps. Stick him up here. Should be nice and safe. And let's take this. Thank you. Now, this is the one I haven't... I have to be careful. Which one is the one that I need to tame? I think these guys. Yep, these guys are fine. Alright. Have to be careful not to approach the one that is going to generate more of those the skeletons. So let's just move this guy across. Come on, over you get. There we go. Now let's tame him just a little bit to get on here. Or ride him a little bit, I should say. And there's one more. Where did he go? He's over here. See if we can push this guy along a little bit. And yeah, I was hoping if we can get some fast ones, or fast versions of these skeleton horses, don't really need jumpers, but if they're a little bit fast, I probably will use these guys as my major horse transport in the Nether. I thought it could be pretty cool to have these skeleton horses being used in the Nether, mainly for their appearance, but I'm sure there's some practical reasons I could come up with to try and make these guys efficient walking around the Nether. There we go, one up here. He looked pretty fast, but could be just a perception thing. Now, where's this other skeleton horse? He's over here. See when he gets spawning over here. I think he's, yep. Wasn't sure. So let's see how many we get. Try not to hit the horses, but you can never really tell. Whoa, that's way off. I don't plan on ever crafting a shield, probably. Not a big fan of the shields, but it certainly does help against skeletons, though, if you've got a shield. Just taking my time here. These guys aren't really doing any damage to me. Whoa, don't hit my horse. Did I get them all? I think I got them all. We've got 4 horses. That sounded funny. The 4 horses. All right, so let's get this guy over here. Then we'll have to figure out which one's the fastest. So I've fenced these guys in, like they're all nice and happy, getting to know each other. It looks like, and yeah, look at this. Just from I think there's 3 horses or 3 of these guys that were spawned in. Got all these horses now, and I've just put this little ring of fences around here just so they don't go wandering off into the water. So it's just a pain to get them back onto dry land again. And I've also created, let's grab this horse, it's a little pathway to get over to our little hut here. And it's a nice little efficient use of lily pads. You just have to space them out every 2 blocks. And that's how you can come over here. But I thought before we go and test out, this guy's pretty fast actually. But I think before we go in and test out how fast these really are and which ones are jumpers, which ones are runners, let's take a quick look to see if are there any other of these skeleton horses around. We found one extra one that was generated while we were capturing the other skeleton horses. Is that one over there? No? Can't tell. Is that one? That is one. Yep, that's one. Alright. So that's another one. This is just from one thunderstorm. So that's 4 of these horses that have spawned in. Don't see any others. There could be some over there on that other patch of land where we saw quite a lot of lightning strikes. Where'd he go? Here he is. Hang on. Oh, I was going to say, why isn't he generating the other ones? Alright, someone's got a flame bow. That's cheating. Only I can have the flame bow. How many do we have left? Where are you going? You want to come out and check out the party? So we've got 3, is it? 3 and a pig. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I've rounded up all the horses here. This is quite a good haul from one decent thunderstorm, looks like. Not sure how rare these guys really are, but I've got quite a few of them. And I found some of the fast ones. I've got saddles on. Where's the one with the saddle? I think this guy's pretty fast. So they're certainly not that rare. I thought they'll be a bit more rarer than what they are. Oh, if you're wondering what this background is, it's because that's all new terrain there. So this is a nice clean cut of where this is old terrain. This is, when I say old, I mean Minecraft 1.3 old. That's how old this whole area was, I think, from memory. Yeah, and the Mushroom Island, which is one of the first big ventures that I went on in my world, is in this direction, which is due west, I believe, and my island is in this direction, due east. So this is kind of along the path that I came across, where I found... Let's go across here. This is where I found the witch hut. It's only pretty much the only witch hut that I've found in my world, and I've just transformed it to be a little bit bigger so it takes advantage of all the spawning area, and I do get witches naturally spawning in there, which is pretty cool. And I was originally going to turn it into an actual witch farm, because I did take out all the, or basically did a whole lot of mining in this whole area, taking out all the dark spots, but then I've just turned it into basically a luxury little pad for those witches over there, but I think that's alright. So yeah, that's where this is all old terrain, and right over there is the beginning of new terrain, so that's why it's cut like that. So now we've got all these horses, what to do with them? I can't get out of the water, there we go. So we've got a few of these fast ones. Where's another fast one? This guy's got a heap of hearts. Was it that one? No, which one was it? One of these guys had a whole lot of hearts. Look at this guy. He's pretty fast. Well, he's not the fastest, but he's not too bad. But look at all those hearts, my goodness. That is pretty crazy. And I think we've got a real fast one here somewhere. Not this guy. Where is he? Maybe it's this one. Yeah, I think he's pretty fast. So I think we should put these guys into the Nether and try and figure out how we can use these guys in my main transportation system. So we'll take this guy. He seems to be good enough. So I've just created a little ramp up into my Nether tunnel here. Or into my portal, and this will take us into a Nether tunnel. Now I've been working on this Nether tunnel for a long time now, something that you guys haven't seen for quite a while, but I'll show you guys what I've been up to. Let's see if we can get through here without dying and push this guy through. Now, hopefully he doesn't suffocate or anything weird like that. Is he through? I think he's through. Alright, so let's get through ourselves, and I'll show you guys what I've been working on. Alright, here we go. All good. I think we're all good. Yeah, all good. So you guys won't recognize this because I haven't shown this before, but this whole area here is pretty much new. Well, it is new since you guys have last seen it. So this is where I've been redecorating my Nether tunnel, which goes all the way up to our pretty much our Nether farm, I guess I should call it that, where we get a whole lot of wither skeletons and a whole lot of mobs that spawn, which is in that direction. In fact, should I go there? Yeah, why not? Let's go for a stroll. So this is a whole area that I've been working on. This area I've just finished, and I'm working on a transition into here. You can see this is what it looks like, and it's incomplete, so this has no sides on it. This is the old Nether tunnel system along here. Just got to be careful of... Whoop, there is one over there, of the ghasts. And, oh, here we go. We've got a visitor. He shouldn't attack me. I'm riding a dead horse. A skeleton horse. I should blend in. I'm in the Nether. I don't want to fall down though. I can't reach him. Alright. Take out the good old bow. There we go. So let's just park this guy here for now. Now don't wander off the edge, okay? Alright? Okay. Alright, so if we get down into here, this is where the original tunnel system went, and this should look a little bit more familiar. We come down here, and this takes us into our main base here. This is where basically we regroup and gear up and do all those fun things. Then we come out here and fight a whole lot of the nether mobs in all their glory. And we get wither skeletons. This is a whole area that I've flattened out and made all nice and neat. And let's be a little bit careful here. I don't really have a whole lot of armor on me. Or I do have decent armor, but I don't have a whole lot of equipment on me. No one's spawning here just now. But if I run around this area, I get a whole lot of these wither skeletons that spawn in this area. It's pretty effective. And let's get out of here in one piece. Looks like my mushroom cow died again. That was in there. He keeps dying. I use that for a source of food while I run around and kill these guys. So this is my original nether system that we created here to come out. This takes us through to a mine that I never use anymore because I pretty much tapped it dry. This way takes us to the Mushroom Island. So let's go and stick our head in here, make sure it's still okay. Been a long time since I've gone out to this Mushroom Island. And this is where I originally got my mushrooms from, on my back base, my main island base. If you ever wondered where did I get these guys from, this is where I found them. So this is where I come out to every now and then, might steal a mushroom every now and then. And yeah, I have created these large automatic farms here as well. Haven't really come out to here for a long time, but I've been planning to do something awesome out here for the longest time. I might get around to doing it, but for now let's park that idea. So this is, so we can get through without dying. Alright, so far so good. And with the skeletons chasing me, which is also good. And yeah, so this is a nice little system. So this is really where that nether tunnel, what its purpose was to get out here in one piece, without ghast killing us or any other mob killing us. And I thought it needed a bit of an overhaul. It was very much a pretty basic idea. There it is, single wide, only minecart really friendly. And I wanted a way to get around where I could also use horses, and that just wasn't going to be very scalable for that idea. So that's why I've created a different nether tunnel system here. So that's what this is here. This will, not sure if I'll get rid of this old track here. Kind of like leaving it there for nostalgic reasons, but it looks a little ugly. It's all cobblestone and, you know, the good old cheap blocks. This is when you're starting out in the game, you don't have a whole lot of awesome blocks, so you end up just building out of whatever you have available. I can hear a ghast. Now, this area here is pretty cool. I really like this. This is basically to give... Am I in the minecart? Oh, that's funny. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I was trying to get the minecart. Now, this guy didn't have a whole lot of hearts. How can I get him out now? Okay, I know what I have to do, but I don't want to do it. Why don't we do this? And... No, wrong way! Wrong way! Don't go this way! Yeah, I don't want you to go this way. This guy's gonna go all the way down to the bottom now. I know it. Actually, the minecart track here is not complete, so I don't know what he's gonna do at the end here. Don't fall down, that's all I'm hoping for. I knew it was a bad idea to bring these skeleton horses in without having this whole system here complete. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Alright, he's off. He's off and running. And... basically I need to get this guy all the way back to the start. I think I can work with him at that point. But something here, this is something that's a little... don't know what I'm going to do about it. Is this is just netherrack, right? So if the ghast actually shoots, it can actually take out those blocks and get through to these trees and set this whole place here on fire. Now that is something that has happened. I've had to rebuild this half of this room before for that very situation that occurred. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but I have to think of something. Okay, he's off. Hopefully he makes it home safely. The cart... Oh, that's right. No, he might suffocate down here. Man, yeah, he's suffocating. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Please don't die on me. I'm going to rescue you. Let me rescue you. No! Oh, man. Ah. Let's have a moment of silence here for the skeleton horse. And let's just grab ourselves another horse. There we go. Thank you. I'll take you. Now this horse is remarkably slower than the previous one, but that's alright. I thought we'll just grab a random one rather than one of the decent ones, just so we can do this show and tell without fear of losing this horse. So this is just an area that I've carved out. So my original tunnel system actually didn't go along here. It went down here. You can actually see it through the glass here. Where is it? There it is right there. There's a little zigzag that it did to come up to where this portal was for going into our witch farm area, and the original track, if you want to have a peek, is right back in here. Kept it here. I might take all this down at some point to get all the resources, but this is what it all used to look like, if you might remember, if you've been with me for a while on my channel. And yeah, it's I think it's every now and then it's good to go back and look at your previous builds and try and think of a different twist on how you could build it differently next time round. So I think if you're never coming back and revisiting things, then you're kind of missing out on your world. So this is a nice little area. I really like it. It's nice and simple. Just use some of these paintings on both sides. Not something you actually notice when you come along in a minecart, but when you come and stare at the walls, you can see them. And this is a nice little simple area. Just got the mushroom, or the mushroom blocks, I should say. The red ones on the sides, mixed in with the nether wart on either side. I think that looks quite nice as well. Now this area here, this is something that is really slowed my progress on this tunnel system, is because I never figured out what I was going to do coming up here. And I was originally going to use a whole lot of jumping techniques with minecarts, and basically making the track also accessible by horse, but I just really couldn't get a minecart solution to work, going up and jumping up blocks to work consistently, repeatedly. So I had to jump up quite a few blocks here, basically having a different pattern and jumping 3 sections. In fact, I'll show you guys what I was looking at. So here is my minecart test world. This is where I come in and test out my minecarts, and this is where I was basically testing out different patterns of having some jump pads basically for my minecarts. This is where I wanted to have a rather than a different design of just having basically this, and this is what I've ended up having to create. I didn't want this. I wanted to come up with something different. That's where I come up with some different patterns and different techniques to try and get minecarts to jump, and unfortunately they just don't consistently work. So this particular design has stopped working as of Minecraft 1.9, and this design here typically works sometimes. So you can see then it didn't work. Alright, no worries. Let's try again. Let's see if this works this time. And it seems to be just a variable property with minecarts and their speeds. There's something to do with the calculation for the speed. So you can see here the minecart's going up quite nicely. Does the full journey all the way up. And this is a pretty simple design where you could easily get a horse up this. You've got some side paths here where a horse could just traverse up here as well. And I thought this would be a nice little clever idea, and that's where I've got these other kind of patterns just elaborating on something like this. But it's just not consistent, you see? So just then it just failed. Why? I mean, what's different? Nothing has changed. And it's just minecarts. They're just quirky. So that's pretty much why I ended up going with good old boring straight path like this. So that's why we ended up going with a simple design, just a little straight path up like this. Not sure what I'm going to do with decoration for now. I'll probably do with something a little simple. I don't want to go too crazy with decorations in here, because I do have a lot more of this track to complete. And if you ever built a track design where you want to decorate a whole lot of the areas around it, it just takes ages. So you do want to try and keep a relatively minimalistic look as much as possible. This here little area, I've got a little idea I wanted to do in here, which is why I had that little branch of the minecart track up the top there where poor old skeleton horse suffocated, but we'll come back to that later. This area I think you might have seen before. This is leading up towards our nether hub here. This is the old track up above, and I just put in some simple decorations on either side here. I do have slabs on either side of the rails, and that's just to reduce the amount of mob spawning you get along the track. Mobs don't spawn on tracks or cross the tracks now, but they can be a problem when they are up close next to the tracks. So I just wanted to minimize the amount of mob spawning you get along here, and that works relatively well for us. And this is just a little simple loop here. Let's get off the horse here. This is where if you're coming in back in, you bend around this way. This is an active hour rail, so you get ejected from your minecart. In fact, let's try this out. Let's do this. Oh, this is a strange thing as well. You ever seen this with your minecarts? Sometimes the names go funky on you. Don't worry, this is survival. I'm pretty sure it happened when I was using droppers and dispensers on minecarts, and somehow changed the name of the block. So let's go around, and you get ejected. There you go. And there's a little dispenser here, and this is where the minecart goes back into. And that's because we've got a little simple design here where minecart comes back up here, goes into a cactus, into the good old hopper, and then it goes down around into the dispenser here. So pretty simple, pretty easy, and this is a nice way to keep your minecarts hidden so you don't have mobs just randomly walking into them if they're just sitting there open on the tracks. So that's our minecart system. This is something that I wanted to show you guys. I've been working on this for quite a while. It takes a long time, and yeah, I just want to give you guys an update on that. So I'm going to call it quits here for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to put some of the the Nether City, what do you call those things? The End City blocks to use. I want to use some of those end rods and try and do some decorations. I was thinking of using them in here somehow. And then we need to try and find that dragon egg. I did hear and read a whole lot of the comments you guys had left, so I've got a few ideas of where I could possibly find that dragon egg. I'm sure it's not gone, or I hope it's not gone. And maybe we'll come across and find that. So that'll be in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, thanks guys. Cheers.